we go? Level 19?
19.
19. Oof.
I was gonna say, picking up our conversation from the previous level about words overused in certain Star Wars books.
Oh, interesting. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is that portion of the level I couldn't get through the window, you know?
Oh, okay. Now you're on the other
So,
side.
yeah, that's kind of cool. That's not super common back then
Right.
for 2 levels to be sort of you see the other levels from it.
Right.
That's kind of cool, actually. Well, maybe I shouldn't shit on the developers and the level designers that much. All right, you get a pass now, guys. Sorry, go ahead.
Overused words. How Zahn. I remember how he always describes going into hyperspace.
I don't.
You don't? Okay. Once I say it, you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah," because he uses it like almost every time across not just the Thrawn trilogy, but like his later books, like the Hand of Thrawn books. The ship jumped with a flicker of pseudo motion.
Yeah.
He always says pseudo motion. It's just like the first time I read it, he's got a tick. The first time I read it, it was perfect. It perfectly described that look when a ship jumps. And I was like, yeah, that's really good. And then I read it a second time, and a third time, and a fourth time. And I swear to God, I've read it in his books. If I had to guess, I've heard that phrase at least 10 times. So it's time to hit the thesaurus on hyperspace.
Or just say the ship entered hyperspace. Sometimes you only need to do sort of a detailed description once, and then you implant that in somebody's mind, and then from then on out you don't need to do that.
Right.
I don't know what's worse, the sound of him running on Durasteel or the sound of him running on dirt.
Both are repetitive.
Yeah. If there's anyone we should be shitting on, it's the sound designer for these games.
Yeah. Other things I remembered from other writers, Stackpole in his X-Wing books. In general, his writing was pretty good. I appreciated the details and all the stuff, and his humor. That was always really good. But his thing was that sometimes he would describe an action scene really poetically, but it would take like a whole half a page to describe just like an X-Wing crashing, like in one quick, like this whole poetic thing, how the left wing slowly broke off and caught flame as like the ship began its spiral. Corrin grabbed the throttle, like blah blah blah. Like it's all these things in something that would be like 3 seconds in a Star Wars movie. And sometimes there's a balance that is needed where if it's an action scene, it should be fast paced. You want things to move along quickly and not be too bogged down in description. But
well, he's got to pad those words, man. It's like doing a report or an essay back in high school. You're like, oh man, 1,000 words.
I know.
Looking at the word count on Microsoft Word. Oh,
right.
I still got 300 more to go. All right, time to start getting real descriptive.
Yeah, let's see. Back in the mid-90s, he'd be using some kind of word processor, probably.
Yeah, my uncle writes poetry, and he likes to do it. I mean, he'll like write stuff down, but when he actually like, I mean, less so now because he has a proper computer. But for a long time, he was using a Brother word processor and print stuff out that way.
Yeah,
to save. It was kind of neat, you know.
Yeah, no one has those anymore. They don't really They're not really a thing like they
Doesn't
used to be.
doesn't Martin, um, the Game of Thrones author, whatever his name is, J.R.R.
Yeah,
Martin,
right.
he uses some archaic word processor, I think.
That would fit right in line with how long he's fucking taking on the last book.
Yeah, he's like, I can't buy myself a new computer until I finish the book.
Shit, I think he's writing it by smoke signal now.
he's, he's
I
he's
have
writing it with
lost.
hieroglyphics like on the wall here,
Yeah,
etching it
I
into
have.
tablets.
I started to read those books because I got the set as a gift, but then I got sidetracked, and then I just was like, I'm just gonna watch the show. I'll read them later eventually. And now that the show is over, I was just ready to move on. Like, I don't want to even read the books now. Like, I feel like I saw the story. It was great. I enjoyed it. I am ready to go back to Star Wars and other shit.
Well, it's in such a weird place, right? Because he didn't finish the last book. They had to finish the show. So there's like,
Yes.
and it's not. I know that there was a lot of people that weren't satisfied. I never watched Game of Thrones yet. I was kind of.
There was, you know what? It's just like anything else. It's like Lost, where there's so many butthurt people. But for me, I was 80% happy.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, whatever. It was good.
Right, but it's not. It wasn't coming from him, right? Which
Right.
there's that.
Well, but he plotted it. He plotted the whole last season with the writers of the show,
Yeah.
and he gave his seal of approval. But then also, as he's writing his book version, he's like, well, there is one difference with one character that died on the show, and he's going to be alive in my book, or something like that. I don't know the details.
Oh,
But
geez, come on. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh, that's really not good.
Oh no. I totally forgot about this part.
I don't like Kell Dragons. I still have PTSD.
They don't like you.
Yeah, exactly. I still got PTSD from the Kell Dragons on Dark Forces 1.
I know, right? That's terrifying. I wonder if you can injure them. Yeah, you are. I think that one's...
Look at how many shots. What the hell was that?
I know, right? It was like a piece of it.
Kell Dragon turd falling on me.
Scared the crap out of it.
It's like when I use my Indiana Jones toy whip that has the sounds.
Oh yeah, your cat.
He shits himself.
You told me how he's like skittering down the hallway.
He loses traction on the hard floor. Yeah, it's great. He's a good cat.
Winston cigarettes. I just think of that when I hear the word Winston.
That's all right. What do you think? I think a quick save is in order. Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's nice. Oh, look at that guy.
Oh, is he stuck?
No, he's. Ah.
Oh shit.
Maybe he
is
is
like
stuck.
Doom all of a sudden.
I thought it was his backside.
That's how ugly they are. Can't tell the
I know.
front from the back.
Dude.
He'll eventually go down, but now that I think about it, I think it takes like 20 thermal detonators, so it probably takes roughly the same amount of rockets.
Yeah. When I played Dark Forces earlier this year on hard, of course that Jabba level or whatever.
Yeah.
They on hard it's got 6, I think it's got 6 Kell Dragons.
Oh, yeah.
Or something like that, 6 or 7. It's ridiculous. All right, anyway. Enough complaining. Okay, so right. Let's kind of saw that when I fell the first time.
Yeah, I had totally forgotten about this level now until I seen it just now, because like, yeah, there's kind of like some force puzzles here and there with the.
It kind of reminds me of the Mars levels or the Mars temple levels on Doom 3 when you're like going to where they found the artifact.
Right. It's another save game I need to pick up on my my Xbox.
So what is Jarek all the way down in here sniffing his farts, his yellow farts?
You wanted all those. Oh yeah, so this thing you have to like something, shoot it, pull it.
It's like in whatchamacallit, in the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland.
Yeah.
In the line.
Yeah. Right. I wonder if they still. It almost seems like they disabled that as the years went on.
Yeah,
the rope
thing. I don't recall if it's still.
I remember
it requires maintenance.
Yes, and it gets touched a lot, and then people, break it basically. But I remember in the '90s, on a couple Disneyland trips doing that, and then I just didn't. Seems like I looked for it, not in recent years, but like in the mid 2000s, it just seems like it was gone.
This is interesting.
Of course,
I mean, the hint is right here, right? You're supposed to use your basic force power of pull.
Let me look at the strategy guide while you're doing it.
I hope I have like enough points, right? Like, I hope that's
no. It'll be something where you can do it no matter what. I don't think the game would trap you. But yeah, let me look it up. And this is, I think, level 19.
This is really compelling gameplay right now.
Yeah.
Fumbling around with the force.
Force fumbling.
Yeah, let's come down here. I would think it would be like a one of the base force powers.
Right. I'm getting there in the strategy guide. I just got another page or so. It's hard to tell because there's mostly just text in the strategy guide. So it's like, oh, it says there's this thing here, the stone door panel. Push this wall panel 4 times to completely open the door. I'm not sure which panel it's talking about. It says push 4 times. I don't know if it's that one or that one. Oh, there you go. Okay,
come
it says
on.
4 times. 4 times. Okay, that
didn't even have to use the force powers thing. Ridiculous. I guess that makes sense. I mean, if you didn't take any force powers, you'd be screwed.
Yeah.
Well, what they should have done is made it so you could do that, right? Like, you could use your force powers once to pull the rope.
Right.
That would be cool. I smelled Jarek's farts.
Almost like a Aztec lost city of gold kind of vibe going on here.
Yeah.
Or was that Incan? I always mix them up.
I
Incan,
think it's I think
Aztecs, all
it's
the same.
I think it's Incan. I think it's South
Yeah.
American because Aztecs were Mexico, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Quick save this. Okay. Am I on like a little lip? What the heck? It's like Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade.
So Indiana Jones, this whole section.
Oh, that's what we should do. Play through Infernal Machine. Can't imagine anybody playing that at this point.
There was about 5 years ago, James and Mike Play did a run through on Infernal Machine. I think it
Really?
was that one. It was either Emperor's Tomb or Infernal Machine, and they did not know what the fuck they were doing, and they ended up getting reamed in the comments because it was just like they didn't even look at the manual or like the control scheme. They just jumped in, and at one point like a snake bit them, so they were poisoned, and they didn't know how to get past that. It was just ridiculous.
Yeah, they sort of do that. They
They
did
do
that
that
with
though. They want to jump in and just
yeah, they did that
fumble.
with that Godzilla game for PlayStation 4.
Mhm.
They were kind of trying to figure out the multiplayer
Right.
without looking at the manual. Well, why don't you let me down there so you can kill me, guys?
Take a gander at the strategy guide again.
I mean, this
Might
thing's
as well.
supposed to move, so it's okay. I think I know. I think I know what to do. There we go.
I guess it talks about counterbalances. So it says like if you
Yeah, I
did
already
not
did it.
close. Okay, I was gonna say, but there's another section coming up
Uh-oh.
where there's another one where it says if you close the stone door at such and such, its counterbalance blocks the passage here.
Uh-huh.
If you did not close blah 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 behind you, then you can walk across the top of the counterbalance.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, then they have this way down here, but presumably, I don't know.
I think I tried doing that last playthrough.
I think
Oh, there you go.
it's probably a secret. Like if I had done it in such a way that
Yeah.
the counterbalance was only halfway done or whatever.
Right. Secret. But I think that's approaching the end of the level there, probably. Oh boy.
Alright.
You want to do a quick save?
No.
He's not that hard anyway. Yeah. He's all shooting on his way down.
ATST is probably the worst vehicle to man in Star Wars. It's a death sentence.
I'd rather be a red shirt on an away team.
Yep.
than getting an ATST. So you think you got Bach the Crude coming up.
Yeah. Dark Lord. Alright, here we go. Level 20. Bach.
I forgot that it actually said Bach, a nuisance, on the mission.
He is.
Wonder how well that lightning is working. Almost seems like I read. I'll look in the strategy guide again. Almost seems like I read that was really good on him or one of the other Dark Jedi.
It shouldn't, right? He's got 2 lightsabers. He could do the ray trick.
We're talking about the real canon, Jason.
Oh, that's right.
Not that Disney crap.
D canon.
D canon.
Feisty. That's weird. You're a weird guy.
Let's see. Wow, in the strategy guide, there's literally 1 page for combat tips on Bach. Like, that's it. Just kind of says, stick with basic saber fighting techniques, block and counter strike, keep close, keep moving sideways and circling. Use your force powers, you should have plenty by now, blah blah blah. And then it just talks about the hidden areas with the health.
That's supposed to be a hidden area?
I guess so.
Oh. That is a little hidden, isn't it? Okay, where'd he go? He's not hard for being the penultimate.
Yeah. I think Gork and
boss.
Pick are more challenging than him.
Yeah, I would agree.
At least Pick.
Yeah, Gork's not so bad. But Pick jumping around like Yoda is kind of annoying.
Sonic the Hedgehog, Yoda. Jedi tapestries?
Gotcha.
We have lots of tapestries. That was quick.
Put some pants on. Now I'm the Dark Lord.
That's right.
All right, Jarek.
Don't be afraid to do a quick save right at the beginning, just so you don't have to do Bach again if you die. I'm not sure, or maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it would just send you here. I don't know, but
well, I think this is. I think it would just send me here.
Probably so. Better safe than sorry.
Fortunately, we know the trick to
That's right.
taking out Jarek now. I wonder what I did. Like, what did we do 20 years ago?
Actually, well, I only did it 3 years ago. So, what did you do 20 years ago? Because
I guess that's true, right? Yeah.
I wasn't there when you beat it. In fact, by the time I was playing your copy of the game, you had already beat it probably a year before, or 2 years. It was old hat to you at that time.
Yeah.
You were actually, I think you had already in mid 2000, when I was further on in your game, you were already done with X-Wing Alliance by then too.
Yeah, that I really played that quick because it was so good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm still intending to go through that before I play Squadrons. Oh!
Gotcha! Oh. No! You gotta be kidding me,
bastard!
Damn it! All right.
Now you gotta go get the statues. It's okay. There's always next time, and it's because he was so close.
Yeah.
If we had just lured him out a little further, you would have had at least more time to think about. Now wait, didn't it say something like, "Don't hit him in the core"? I don't know.
No, I don't want to duel him up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't have Bacta anymore. Am I dumbass? I didn't take enough force jumping ability to get the stuff up there.
I'm just thinking of another Star Wars insult. I think that was used in the X-Wing books. Back to breath.
That sounds really gross.
Yeah. I think it was like for hobby because he was always injured and he was always in a back to tank.
That hit him right in the nuts. Should have been a critical shot. Yeah, this is way easier on with light side powers if you get force healing and stuff.
Yes, yes. Quick to join you in a fight. See, I feel like he's already close to jumping up there again.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm trying to keep myself.
Yeah. Oh.
Not today. Yeah, there you are. Right there. That's good. It's gross.
Perfect shot. All right, dark side.
I've never seen this. I've never seen this.
Dark Lord Kyle Katarn.
Dark Adept.
Our spies bring word of a small rebel uprising on Danuta.
I have no time for petty uprisings. Extinguish them painfully.
Yes, Emperor.
I wonder if he's supposed to be on Coruscant or some other planet.
I think it's still the palace at Baron's Head, but it's like redone.
When you're at the academy, how very proud I am of you.
Love that.
That's pretty good. That's almost like the little holo projector that Qui-Gon I think has.
Oh right,
I have the toy of it because it came with that alarm clock. It's the remote for the alarm clock to turn it off.
Gosh.
I think
something we needed on those road trips.
I gotta pull that alarm clock out.
You do.
It takes 9 AA batteries.
Oh my god!
So I was actually looking at seeing if I can modify it to plug in instead of need.
We need like a USB version.
I know. The funny thing is so we're talking about it's the Jedi, or not the Jedi, it's the Naboo Starfighter Anakin alarm clock from all the Phantom Menace
paraphernalia.
What I wanted was the Jar Jar one, because that seemed like it would be the most annoying, obnoxious alarm clock ever. And I still want it too. He like dances around, and I remember doing the demo button at Target and really wanting it.
I know. I like that alarm clock whenever I saw it in action.
Nope, we got Anakin screaming about,
and then
R2.
R2. What is R2? Just hearing the blaster and gosh,
flying around. I wonder.
6 a.m.
Yeah, gotta get up, gotta get moving, gotta
We
get
were
moving.
always like staying up way too late and having these long days. We'd be like falling asleep at like 1 a.m., 2
Hey,
a.m.
that's how we operate, man. We wouldn't on the drives out to the celebrations. We wouldn't even get started on our drives until like noon. You know?
Yeah, checkout time. Be rushing on the checkout time.
Oh yeah,
No,
so it'd be like 11. I think is
there was a
usually.
couple. There was a couple where we got out early, but it was like the first one or two,
Yeah.
like St. George,
Yep.
before the road and the celebrations destroyed our spirit.
Before that state trooper in
Kansas.
Kansas.
This is all a preview for the celebration podcast special upcoming. But yeah, now you finally beat Jedi Knight on Dark Side.
Yeah, it's neat.
Yeah, all these years later. Here's the cast. And now I
Cassian
realize
Andor and
I was gonna say yeah.
Jyn
Yeah.
Erso.
Cassian Katarn. I was gonna say, like, oh yeah, that's why Saris, you don't fight her. I forgot that she's like your compatriot at the end.
Yeah. That makes sense. Because she's just kind of like gone.
Yeah.
A lot of people worked on this game. You know, if I had turned the music on, there'd probably be some music.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I had the music turned off the whole time. Or no, I know what it is. It's because it's probably the game plays off of the CD.
Oh, just like Quake.
Yeah. So that's probably why there's no music. And I didn't bother trying to do whatever I need to do to get the music going. I mean, you know, that's another thing. Quake has, because, you know, id would release the source code to the game, so then people could update the engines and stuff. And of course, we don't have the benefit of that. I know there's at least one project that I think is being actively worked on to create a new engine for this game, but I think it's like one person maybe.
Yeah.
And so it's
so
like,
we'll see it in 2028.
Yeah, I mean, if it gets done, and I totally get it. You know, it's hard to do something like that, especially on your own. Got life and
definitely.
stuff, but
so I noticed on the credits list, Denny Delk did the voice of Pick, and I'll probably go into it a little later, like maybe on when we have more time. But so he did the voice of Zarin on TIE Fighter.
Yes,
dude. I looked on Wikipedia. He has not only the biggest LucasArts voice list, but he's been in like George Lucas movies, like More American Graffiti, and like
interesting.
I all kinds of stuff. I looked it up. I left the page open because I was gonna go over it later. But
he's like
anyway,
that one bodybuilding buddy of Arnold that's always in all the Arnold movies.
Yes,
I think he's Swedish. I can't remember his name.
Right,
but he has that speaking line in Running Man that I can't even tell what he's saying, even though I know what he says. When I watch the movie, I'm like, oh, what? His accent's so thick.
Right.
But and of course I wish I could remember the actor's name, but he played LaFours in Mallrats too. Good. Finally.
Jedi Knight
Dark Side. We'll play Light Side again in about 20 more years. So
yes,
look out for that.
Yeah, 2040.
Stay tuned.
What?